Good morning. It's breakfast time. I've been sipping on this all morning, but the hunger's hitting. I've been eating my first meal a lot earlier instead of the whole fasting thing because as I'm dropping calories, getting closer to show, my body's getting really fucking hungry early on in the day, and I'm completely fine with fighting the hunger. Like, I'm tired of the fasting bullshit. I'm gonna end up binging if I keep doing it, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna space out my meals like I was doing, fix my metabolism hopefully, and stay full throughout the day with drinking a bunch of energy drinks, water, and spacing out my meals. Quick change of plans. I work here at the gym, if you guys don't already know that. So I've been clocked in for like about 4 hours. So clock out, hit my training session, and then clock back in. My shift ends at 3, so I'm gonna try to keep my workout like under an hour and a half. Clock back in, finish my shift, go home, eat my lunch, and then go to my second job. So I'm gonna go ahead and have my second energy drink of the day, which is going to be this C4 flavor. Second C4 of the day. It's just a different flavor. Oh, also, we're hitting legs like right now. So our main movement for quads, we're hitting quads by the way, but our main movement for quads is one super deep leg press or squat, just a super deep press, leg extensions into a sissy squat drop set, some calves, and usually that's it, because we take both of those movements to like absolute failure, so we don't really have, you know, energy to do anything else. The fatigue is pretty crazy after those two movements, especially with the sissies and leg extensions. But honestly, I'm like so dead after taking leg presses to absolute failure. That shit sucks. Got me throwing up sometimes, bro. Seriously. It's like really weak hips and adductors, so I just warm up here until I get started with my deep press. Okay, leg press time. So this is an angled leg press, so my feet have to be like way lower on the pad for this one in order for me to get like max depth. If you don't know how to leg press by now, this is not the channel for that. Basically, the best thing I can tell you is quad focus on your feet lower on the pad in order for you can get knees over toes and max stretching your quads. You pull your glutes into the seat to make sure they don't lift during the eccentric portion. So basically, it's gonna look something like this. Slow eccentric, huge stretch in the quads, and then press. So it is gonna be a quad and adductor focused press. I am gonna get deeper as I warm up. I'm just a little bit tight right now, but that's basically the movement right there. First two warm-up sets felt like fucking trucks, so my top set is not gonna be as heavy as last week. Last week I did 3 plates for like 8. I'm dropping like 50 pounds, but we're gonna really control our eccentrics. Let's go. This leg extension only goes up to 245, and I can full stack it for like 12 reps with like a 3-second eccentric. So I'm gonna warm up with 200 pounds and then do the full stack for as many as I can, but with a slower eccentric. I mean, your warm up set as you're working. So just treat this shit like it's your fucking top set. That way you don't risk any injury going into your top set because your CNS isn't primed or anything like that. First working set, so basically after my deep press, I'll do a warm-up set here into 2 working, but straight after the second working set, I'll go into some sissy squats to failure. And then after that, we'll finish off with some calves and call it a day. Fuck. This is set number 2. I have recovered. We're gonna do sissy squats right after the set, like straight into them, no recovery. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Doing calves now. I usually do calves on the seated stack loaded leg press to focus on like stretch mediation, but I wanted something new today, so we're doing calf raises on the Smith machine. Again, focusing on the stretch part mostly, and then blowing up. I do want to stay in the stretch portion though for like a good 3 seconds, and then coming up. Is a angled Smith machine. The resistance curve is 25 pounds unloaded, so I have a plate and a 25 on each side. I ain't doing the math on that, but that's the weight I'm working with. But holy shit, this sucks. Alrighty, see what the legs are looking like right now. Hey, not too bad. I'm getting shredded, boys, so. Nice. Oh, that's like a tiny vein, bro. Yeah, I hold most of my fat in my legs. As the car warms up, I want to talk a little bit about a quick topic about the people who complain or just make excuses about not being able to reach their macros or not being able to cook or just make their meals and stuff. And I get it, everyone is in their own situation, but if you really want it bad enough, guys, I promise you, you will make the time in order to get your meals in order to get your training sessions in order to get everything done that you need to do to get to exactly where you want to be. For me, I knew that this whole prep and show thing was going to be really expensive, so I picked up a second job in order to afford it all. Also, just staying busy is going to help me stay in a deficit. Going to work from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., then going home for an hour and a half, and then going straight into my second job from 5 to 10 p.m. helps me not only stay in a deficit, but it kind of helps me track and keep my meals separated throughout the day. That way I can stay satiated and full, such a low calorie intake. I ended up making the whole pound of ground beef and then all of my 5 eggs that I'm gonna have for today, but I'm just gonna have half of it now and then half of it when I get back from work. Also, I'm gonna have 2 of these right now for lunch, but I threw them in the air fryer to make them into like tostada type things. I slept a little bit too hard, so now Google Maps is saying I'm gonna show up too late, 6 minutes late. I'm gonna try my absolute best to not let that happen, and I'm gonna throw this motherfucking car in sport mode and drive the speed limit to work. Alright, what's up guys? I know the lighting's rough, but I just got home from work. It's 10:37. I think there's people in the kitchen right now, so I don't really want to be recording and making content in front of the family just because I'm not gonna do that. But I will give you guys a little like b-roll of what I'm making for dinner, like I did with the first 2 meals of the day. Dinner was gonna be the other half of the meal that I ate earlier, but I'm not feeling that right now, to be honest with you. I just really want a humongous yogurt bowl, so I'm gonna have a bunch of that ratio protein yogurt along with some strawberries and some blueberries. I think it's equivalent to the same macros, except it's less fats, but it does have a little bit more protein than what I was gonna originally eat, so I'm chilling. The end of this video, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for sticking around for the entire video. If you did, thank you for every single one of you guys who are supporting me throughout prep. I love every single one of y'all. Stay blessed. See y'all on the next one. Later. Mwah.